Reece, what happens from exchange to completion? What happens during that period?
Yeah, what happens between exchange and
And
completion?
what do people need to do? As in, is
I mean-
now the time to get the vans ready? And
I was going to say, number one thing is probably start packing, because if you're anything like me, you will leave as much of it as possible to the last minute. So get down Lidl, nick a load of boxes, start packing, start wrapping, arrange your removals. Probably arranging the removals is possibly the number one job, because from a logistics point of view on the day, that is the biggest deal, and you can't leave that to the last minute, because if you can't get the van, if that's what you need on the day, you're a bit stuck. You're going to make your life a heck of a lot more difficult. So from sort of a personal point of view, yeah, it's probably the packing and the logistics of moving your whole life from one house to another, potentially. So from a personal point of view, yeah, that's kind of the biggie. The solicitors are probably a little bit more busy between exchange and completion, in that if there's a mortgage, they've got to make sure they request the funds from the mortgage lender in time, get everything set up, and that's not really for you as their client to worry about too much.
But it is a bit of an orchestrated dance a little bit,
Yeah, but what they should have done is actually, before exchange of contracts, is they've got you to sign all the documentation. So I made a shocking admission before we sat down that it wasn't until I set up Fix My Legals that I even knew what some of these documents were called. But that was because I always had a very good mortgage administrator and good solicitors, so no one ever asked me about it. But there's documents like your mortgage deed.
And in redemption figures?
Yeah, but your solicitors should have requested your redemption figures before exchange of contract.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that they may well be checking before getting to exchange contracts, because they're making sure that the sums match up for everybody. But it's checking. It's just making sure that all the money is going to be in their account to complete on that day. So you often find that they'll make sure that the mortgage funds are requested, so they'll actually have them the day before completion, so they're not desperately hitting refresh, checking has that £250,000 come in from TSB today, because that just stresses everyone out. So try to get everything ready to go, and then it's a case of actually on the day, it should hopefully be a case of pressing a few buttons.